to Tea Time with Peter. Guys, today, I just want to start by thanking each and every one of you who have subscribed to my channel and commenting. Guys, that is an encouragement to me to keep going with this channel, and I appreciate all of you so very much. Today we are going to be talking about breakup and how to get over breakup. Some encouragements on breakup. So guys, let's just dig into it. Breakup, for me, breakup is not a bad thing. Breakup is not a bad thing at all. For a breakup to happen in a relationship, there usually is a reason. It's not even usually, there is always a reason to why there is a breakup. When a relationship comes to an end, when a courtship comes to an end, when a love affair comes to an end, when a marriage ends up in the divorce, there is always a reason, a strong reason as to why a relationship has to end. And that reason could be because maybe there's no love in the relationship, or maybe because there's an abuse in the relationship, or maybe because a person just realizes that the person they are with is not the person that they thought was the one for them. And that's okay. You know, it's all okay. Breakup might seem as the end of the world, because when you're experiencing it, you feel like your whole heart is being ripped out of your chest. Literally, like your organs are being just pulled out. But guess what? Eventually, you're gonna get over it. That feeling is gonna go away slowly but surely. And your eyes is gonna be opened to the fact that that breakup was actually a blessing in disguise. A breakup is not bad. A breakup is a blessing, because would you rather be in an unhealthy relationship where you experience abuse every day, where you are fighting each other every day, where you're just having misunderstanding every day, where someone is cheating on someone every day and hurting one another? Or would you rather just end a relationship so that you can be open to the chance of finding the love that you deserve, the true actual love that you deserve, finding the man that respects you, finding the woman that respects you, finding the woman that cherishes you, support you, who is actually your helper rather than your competitor, rather than your fight mate. And look, real relationships that are healthy do have fights, but those are healthy fights, not toxic. You don't experience the amount of toxicness that is in unhealthy relationships. And so when a breakup happens, I understand it's painful, but one thing that people should always remember is that a breakup happened because the relationship is not working out, because one or both of you are unhappy in that relationship, and you have tried everything possible to try and be together, but it was just not working. And so rather than living in the agony of an unhealthy relationship, it is better to just break up, go your separate ways, take care of yourselves, and then give yourself the chance of finding the right person for you, the person where you have understanding with, the person that you'll be able to share a life with, you'll be able to love yourself, you'll be able to respect yourself, you'll be able to be faithful to yourselves together. And so please, breakup is hard, I understand that, but it is a part of life. I don't know anyone in this world who has been born and just fell in love with one person, married them, never experienced a breakup? Everybody in this world, I'm sure, has experienced a breakup, whether it's in a romantic relationship or in an unromantic relationship that is a professional relationship, a business relationship, I mean, or in even other part of their lives. Could even be with your family, could be even a breakup between family members, just drifting apart. Everyone has gone through it. It is part of life. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to get over a breakup. Now, these are not the only tips out there to get over a breakup, but these are things that have helped me in the past. Number one, understand that this breakup was meant to happen. The breakup was meant to happen. It is not your fault. It is not the persons that you're with fault. Yes, they might have contributed to the breakup. It would have maybe even been you who contributed to the breakup. But guess what? It was meant to happen. You both are either not in the right place or in the right timing for this relationship, or you are just simply the wrong people for each other. And so this relationship was meant to end. And so just understand that things do happen for a reason. And this breakup, there's a reason why the two of you can be together. It could be so that you both can find each other first and work on each other separately before you realize that you are actually the one for each other and come back and start fresh and strong. Or it might be just that you are not the right people for each other and the relationship needs to end so that you can find your true person. That's number one. Number two, forgive yourself and forgive each other. If the person that you're with or you were with was the reason why the breakup happened, maybe they were unfaithful in the relationship, or maybe they were abusive, or maybe they just simply didn't love you, or maybe you just simply realized that they were not the one, forgive the person and forgive yourself as well. Because most of us, especially women, we get into a relationship, right? And then we like this man so much, we're attracted to the man. And so we start idealizing the relationship. We start thinking about what the relationship could be, what we want the relationship to be, and all that romantic nonsense. And then so we get so carried away that when the guy that we are with is not bringing what we are expecting to the table, there's nothing wrong with you expecting certain things or wanting your relationship to be, to be the way you want it to be. But you have to understand that if this guy did not give you what you were expecting, it is not his fault. It just simply means that he was not the one for you. And if he's cheated on you and he's done all these other things to you, that's on him. That's not on you. So forgive him, set him free, let him go. And if it's same thing with a woman, this video is not for a man, and it's not for women alone. This video is same. So just whatever I say, vice versa. And to yourself, also forgive yourself. Forgive the person for their part. Forgive yourself as well, because we as human beings, we are so quick to blame ourselves, especially if we've already had a breakup in the past and then we go into a new relationship and then another breakup is happening. Then we always tend to blame ourselves and always ask ourselves, oh, why did I let myself go through this again? I've already gone through this breakup before and it was so painful. You would think that I would have learned from the past and not repeat this cycle again. Girl, man, whoever is watching this, you are only human, okay? And just because the past relationship didn't work out, it doesn't mean that you cannot give yourself a chance to love again. You did nothing wrong by giving yourself a chance to love again. And just because this relationship this time also did not work out, it does not mean that the next one is not going to work out, or the one after that it's not going to work out. You might even still continue experiencing a couple of breakups, but at least Don't hold it against yourself. We are human. We have to live life. We have to get to know people. And when they are not the right people for us, we let go of them. And we cannot blame ourselves for allowing them into our lives. And guess what? The fact that you've actually decided to break up and end this relationship speaks of how much love you have for yourself and how much self-value you have for yourself. Because people who love themselves and people who value themselves are the only people who are capable of walking away from something that they love so much, but they know is not for them. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but let me repeat it. People who love and value themselves will walk away from a person that they love so much that is not treating them right. Because that means you love the person so much to want to be with them, but not enough to be with them when they are abusing you, when they are hurting you, or when they are not the right person for you. Or when you know, even if there's no abuse, just the fact that you know they are not the right person for you, because maybe your values, your morals does not go together. They are simply just not the right person for you. Maybe your spirit tells you strongly, this man, this woman is not the right person for you, and you decide to break up. That is self-love. That is you knowing yourself and knowing what you want and knowing that this is not something that you want as a part of your long-term life. So congratulate yourself for that. And let's go to the next step. I'm not counting numbers. Let's just go to the next step. My next tip is, you have already understand that the breakup was meant to happen, that it's not your fault. You've forgiven the person, you've forgiven yourself. I would advise that you cut contact. Yes, cut contact. Reduce contact as much as you can, or completely cut contact with this person. Don't go back talking to this person, because every time you go back and start talking to this person, this man, this woman, you're always going to be reminded, especially if one person still wants to be in the relationship, that person is always going to be reminding you of how much good time you have, how much love you have with one another, or you might even be tempted yourself to speak of those good times that you people shared together, and the emotions are just going to keep running around the circle, and you're going to find yourself back together again. But guess what? You find yourself back together, but because the reason that you guys broke up with, it's still in the picture, you will eventually end up breaking off, continuing a conversation, getting back together, breaking up, continue, like the circle will just be ongoing. So I would say cut contact until you're completely healed and is able to speak to this person without being tempted to get back together into the relationship. Moving on to the next tip. You cut communication. Now what do? You focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. I mentioned earlier that we like to add your lies on the romantic pictures that we've created in our heads all the time, the romantic times that we've shared with this particular person. Yes, those thoughts might cross your mind, but every time those romantic thoughts cross your mind, remind your mind again of the reason why you two broke up. Remind your mind again, remind yourself of the main reason why this relationship did not work out. Because that reason is still there. Regardless of how much time you guys have had, the reason you two ended the relationship was a strong reason. And so remind yourself of that reason so that your emotions does not draw you back to this particular person. Remind yourself that there was a reason why we broke up. That reason is still there, and as long as it's there, we're not going to have a healthy relationship. And we have tried to work on it and it didn't work. Therefore, I need to focus on myself. And then start focusing on yourself. Start focusing on your career. Start investing in yourself. If you used to exercise before this person, and then because you were dating, you were busy, you stopped exercising, go back to exercising. Go back to reading books. Go back to building your business. Go back to your dreams that has been abandoned because of this man, because of this woman. Invest in yourself. Put time into you. This is a time for you to work on your self-love, your self-confidence. Time for you to invest in yourself 110%. And I've noticed with myself that I work better when I'm alone. I've been longing to do this YouTube channel for a very long time, but because of few things, I don't want to say because of my past relationship, but that was partly it. It has taken me very long before I could actually get here. But when you're single and you have all the time to focus on you and to focus on what matters to you, you will actually do better. Take this as a chance that you've gotten to take care of yourself and to look after yourself and to focus on yourself. See, when you're in a relationship, you're focusing on yourself, but then you're also focusing on someone else. You're focusing on fulfilling someone else's needs. But when you are single, you actually get the chance to finally focus on you 100%, to invest in yourself, to give all the energy that you have, all the love into yourself. So this is an opportunity, this is a chance that God has given you again to recognize who you are and to put things in place to achieve the things that you've always wanted to achieve, to go back to planning those goals again and executing the goals that you wanted to complete in your life. It's good to be in a relationship, but once a relationship ends, that is an opportunity for you to focus on you. It's an opportunity for you to concentrate on yourself. It's an opportunity for you to give to yourself, for you to give to yourself, for you to love yourself, for you to take care of yourself, for you to choose yourself once again. Just read those books that you used to read. Go and exercise. Get a job. If you didn't have a job, get a job. If you had a job, but maybe you had a lot of time in your hands, get another job if you want to. I mean, if there's nothing else, if there's no side project that you want to work on, get another job. Invest in yourself. Help yourself to grow financially. Help yourself to become more healthier physically. Help yourself to become more mentally focused and strong. Read books. Go out with your friends. Have fun. And when you're finally ready to date, when you feel like, okay, I'm over this guy, I'm over this girl, I understand now what I understand now what I want in a man, and you've done an assessment, and please do an assessment of the past relationship. Do a review. Guys, even in business, companies do review. I mean, to see how far they've come, what has worked and what hasn't worked. Do a review in your love life and find out what didn't work there, what contributed to the breakup, so that when you go into your next relationship, you are ready and you know what you're expecting. And then in any sign of a red flag, you address the red flag one. I wouldn't advise that when a red flag arises in a relationship, you just quit. No. Address it. Bring it to the table. Say, hey, there's this red flag I see. Hey, there's this rotten something that I smell. What is this? I don't like this. And then let him or her explain it. Give the person a chance and see if it's actually a misunderstanding somewhere that brought up that red flag or that fishy bad smell. And then maybe the relationship can be sorted. So anyway, that's another thing. But for you to be able to know the next red flags in the next relationship, that fishiness, that fishy smell in that relationship, you need to understand what happened in the past relationship, what didn't work in the last relationship and what worked in the last relationship, what you wanted that you didn't get in the last relationship leading to the breakup, so that when you go to the next one, you already know what you want. You already know what you are looking for. You already know what you have to offer or what you should offer in a healthy relationship. So take this time to do the assessment and that review and just work on yourself in all aspects. Preparing yourself for the next relationship, preparing yourself just for your own future, for yourself. Just focus and work on you, because you are important. Because when you're in that next relationship, the only person that will matter in that relationship, really matter, is yourself. You know why? Because when you're in that relationship, all you can bring is yourself, and expect that that person also bring themselves with positivity. You want to prepare your own self so that when you go into that relationship, you are someone that is worthy to receive love, to receive respect, to receive all the good things that a healthy relationship has to offer, because you yourself have prepared yourself to give the same. But if you are only full of nonsense in you, and then you're expecting someone to come and bring you all these goodies into this healthy relationship, then that's not fair. So take this time to work on you. This is a chance for you to work on you. You have been given another chance to work on you and prepare yourself for that king, for that queen that is coming your way, the true and the actual one. Or it could even be the person that you just broken up with. But guess what? You won't know until you completely work on yourself and they completely work on themselves. And then one day, if you're supposed to be together, trust me, nature has a way of bringing people back. God has a way of drawing the two of you back together. All right? And then by the time you get back, you would have already worked on yourself, and you would have already been a better version for her and a better version for him. With that being said, please do not rush into jumping to another relationship. When a breakup happens, you do not need to jump into another relationship. Give yourself a time to heal. Give yourself a time to refocus. Give yourself a time to work on yourself, as I've just finished saying. Give yourself that chance. Nobody wants to be a rebound. Nobody wants to be someone that is being used to suppress pain. When you come out of a relationship that is new, that has just ended, and you jump into another relationship, that is not love, and that relationship will most likely crash. There's a big chance of that relationship ending because it did not start up in a good foundation. It started up because you were looking for someone to press down your pain. You were looking for something that can take that pain away. The person is a painkiller. That person that you brought is just to help you cope with that breakup. It's not love. And that relationship will most likely end. So give yourself a chance to heal, so that when you actually start to date again, you have a clear mind and you see what you want, you go for what you want and what you deserve. And then you get that person knowing that, okay, I've seen all this quality in them. This is the qualities that I also have, and I'm ready to offer them this. And you open yourself up to them so that they can also offer you the love that you deserve. But this is when you're all healed and you're all good inside. No hurt, no crying of heartbreak. Your heart is not being ripped out. No. This is you in your most calmest, peaceful place, finding love. And you will find a real true love and give a real true love when you go into a relationship healthy. So please don't rush into any relationship, because even when you rush into that relationship, you will use that person. And then the moment your pain goes away, the moment your eyes clear up, and then you look at this person and you realize, oh God, this is not actually the person I want to be with. Guess what? You are now going to have to dump this person. It might hurt you or not even hurt you as much as the person that you're dumping. But guess what? That person is going to be in so much pain again. That means you have put them in the position that you were in before. And now, if they go and do the same thing again, use someone else to suppress their pain, then they dump that person and that person goes again and be with someone else. The circle continues, and it's not a good circle for us. So please take care of yourself Breakup is not the end of the world. Breakup is a blessing. Breakup is a chance for you to start over. Breakup is a chance for you to date. When you're in a relationship, that's it. You lock yourself in, that's it. But when a breakup happens, it's God saying, this person is not good for you. I see ahead of you. And I see that this person is not part of the plans I have for you. So accept that. As hard as it is, or as it might sound, accept that this breakup was meant to happen, and it's a blessing in disguise. I know these are not all the tips that there are out there in dealing with breakup. There are so many other more. This is all I have to offer at this point, and I am so happy that I was able to do this video. And for my friend that requested this video, I hope you will actually be able to watch this. Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Tea Time with Pizza. I appreciate you all very much. Remember that this community is a community of respect, love, and support. Thank you. Love you all.